Understanding about a deadly officer-involved shooting at a Huber Heights gas station.
We had a male pull a gun on.
And we got a clear understanding about a deadly officer-involved shooting at a Huber Heights gas station.
We had a male pull a gun on another guy and shoot him.
Okay.
And then we and there's a shooting. We got one guy down.
We first broke this story last night at 11. Investigators said 60-year-old Alonzo Nesby died after the shooting outside the Marathon here on Old Troy Pike. An Ohio investigative unit agent called 911 to report the shooting. The agent told dispatchers they had a shooting and a man had pulled a gun on another man and shot him. Investigators said at least one officer was involved but did not get hurt. The other man who got shot went to the hospital and is expected to survive. Police did not say why the Ohio investigative unit was there at the gas station to begin with. Now BCI is handling this case.
Black power, black power. Peace and love to the black family. Peace and love to the black family. This is Underground Warrior TV, and I am so to see I'm back at y'all with another hot video. If this is your first time coming into my channel, please mash up the like, share the video, and I need 1,000 subscribers. They tell me I can't go live until I get 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to make live content, but I can't make live content because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. The channel will get better. The presentation will get better. I'm just not starting out at this stuff. I do got a lot of content. You can go down and look at it and see when I first started. You know what I mean? I never took any speech therapy or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I see things and my third eye, you know what I'm saying, is open and I need to express, you know, my side of view of things that goes on in this country and around the world as it deals with our people. It's a constant struggle as being black people around the globe. No matter where we at odds. We at all odds, no matter where we at, and we have a small margin for error in this capitalist society that we live in. You feel what I'm saying? We have a small margin for error that everybody else may get away with this error. You know what I mean? Making a human mistake, because we all humans. But when a black man commits any type of infraction, he's held to the stake. You feel what I'm saying? He's held to the stake. And that goes to how so many unarmed black men are killed by the police. And when they apprehend the white terrorists, they always take the white terrorists in unscathed. But if you black with a gun and you shoot someone and you're not shooting at the police, you're not going to have the opportunity to put the gun down like the white man, like the young white man that was in Buffalo, New York. The Peyton guy, what's his name? Peyton Jordan, or Peyton, is it wrote down right here? Peyton Gingerin. Peyton Gingerin. I think that's how you spell it. How you pronounce it. Gingerin. Peyton Gingerin killed 10 black people. And he was available to put down his weapon and be handcuffed, secured. And I'm going with this particular situation to prove my dialogue, my thesis, my premises that I am right when it comes to indifferences in this country. This got me I am angry. Not kind of angry, I am angry. So this is why I come to talk about it tonight. Why is it that when you're a racist, a terrorist, that the police, when they come to the scene, they see someone that looks like them that is white, and they automatically feel sympathy and empathy for the white person with the gun that's killing mass people. Why is that? Especially when they're killing black people. It may be a difference if they show up to the scene, and if it's a white man killing his own people, then the cops may eliminate him, may terminate him, may liquidate him. You feel what I'm saying? Liquidate him. You feel me? So, a moment of silence for my homeboy, Alonzo Nesby, 60 years old, with no criminal background. The brother was an ex-military soldier for the Marines. If I'm not mistaken, I know he did some military personnel, you know what I'm saying, work with the armed forces. No criminal background. And my brother was snuffed out by the detectives, Montgomery County detectives, or Huber Heights, Ohio detectives. You feel what I'm saying? Altercation. And see, I'm trying to parallel, show you some similitude and differences with the terrorist, the race soldier who killed 10 black people at a shopping center. How he was apprehended. You feel what I'm saying? Dalen Roof, that was in Carolina. I believe that was South Carolina. He went to the church and killed up about 9 people, I believe. It may have been more than that. I don't remember. This was during the Obama administration. Someone let me know if they killed more than 9 people down in South Carolina when Dalen Roof went into the church and upped his pistol and killed our brothers and sisters in that church. He was given empathy and sympathy by the police. When they kill us, the police congratulate them in some type of way. Dalen Roof was taken to Burger King because he told the police he was hungry. Taken in with no scars and no fractures, nothing wrong with him. No fractured arms or nothing. He was unscathed. You see what I'm saying? April 15th, there was a shooting that was reported at the Huber Heights Marathon gas station. 911. The information that I received, that my homeboy Alonzo Nesby, 60 years old, black man, was in this particular gas station, Marathon gas station, a white man in there that he knew, or they went into the store together, hanging out together, I don't know. But the white guy supposedly fondled a young lady in this particular gas station. I heard it was a child. And me knowing Alonzo Nesby, if that happens in front of him, he's going to address you. He's going to address you because that's just the type of person that he is. I know him personally. He don't use his weight, his size, to intimidate people. He's the same person every day. He's a nice guy. But if he sees some injustice, he might address it. So he addressed the white boy or the white guy, the white man. I don't know if he was a boy or if he was a man, but he was older than this little girl. And he touched her. What are you doing touching that girl in front of me and in this store? So the white guy didn't like Alonzo, putting him on blast in front of everybody in the store. So my brother left out the store not knowing the white boy was out there to slug and put his hands on him. You feel what I mean? So, to protect himself, he pulled a pistol on the white guy, and subsequently, the fucking detectives that was on another sting was already at the gas station. I heard through the grapevine some female on Facebook said she was selling food stamps, and the detective was undercover to buy the food stamps from the sister. The police is supposedly, the detectives watched my homeboy shoot his adversary in defense. In defense, the detective gun wasn't pointed towards him. He wasn't the fucking target. They wasn't the target. When you listen to this videotape, you can tell the police wanted just to kill this brother. Want to kill my homeboy. Let's get a moment of silence right now for Alonzo Nesby. For Alonzo Nesby. Fam, before I continue, I like to say condolences. I send my condolences to the family of Alonzo Nesby. This is close to me because Alonzo lived on my block. And I know the character of this brother. This was a good brother, a military brother that was in the military. You feel me? No criminal background, soft-spoken brother. You feel me? So with that being said, it's amazing. It's very extraordinary and ordinary, prevalent that the police had a mission and mandate to kill black people. How come my homeboy wasn't given the benefit like Peyton and Dalen Roof? You know what I'm saying? How come Peyton Gingerin, who shot up the Buffalo grocery store in a black neighborhood targeting black people, how come he was given the benefit of a doubt to put down his weapon? See, somebody recruited him to do this. There's no death penalty. There's no death penalty in New York. He know that he's going to get life in prison. His family is going to be well taken care of. He's a terrorist cell, who's been feeding himself a bunch of hate. See, people say the white man doesn't fear black people, and I disagree, because hate is the fuel of white supremacy. Hate is the fuel of white supremacy, and hate is fear. The fear fuels white supremacy. The fear, the hate fuels white supremacy. White supremacy is fueled by fear at the end of the fucking day. They scared of our fucking rise. Don't you know? Because I'm not getting off this motherfucking race soldier that killed 10 of our people, you know, for no apparent fucking reason, all because they're black. You know what I'm saying? And my whole boy, he wasn't even having altercation with the police. The police could have gave him opportunity to put down the gun. He He shot the other guy, and he only shot the guy to wound the other guy. He didn't overkill. He shot the guy and put the gun up, and the police shot him. Flat out. No protest. There's nothing on the news that report actually what happened. You know it's common for the news to interview people in the neighborhood. It's common for the news people to interview the owners of stores where tragedy happens in front of their business. They self business. What are you talking about? There was no interviews from the store owners, nor interviews from the witnesses who seen this actual shooting taking place. All you have is a detective calling 911 telling dispatch they had to shoot a guy. And they didn't actually say it that way. You can tell that they set this shit up. And this is why they closed this case. You know. I don't know what the family's doing about this situation. You know, it's kind of hard to win when you go up against white supremacy. These people wrap this case up. Internal affairs and the police of Huber Heights, Montgomery County, these Europeans work together. They're going to conceal what really happened. They're not going to reveal what really happened. No camera footage is being shown of what really happened. These detectives was there on a food stamp sting. That's the only reason why they was there. I bet you they shot him when his back was turned. I bet you they didn't give a warning that we were detectives. Please put the gun down. They killed this brother because he was black and they seen him with a gun. Flat out. Flat out. Now, and they knowing through the 911, someone called 911, reported the first shooting. So you know that he did not have a gun pointed at law enforcement. See, you have a small margin for error when you're black in this country. Now back to Peyton Gingerin. Y'all remember back in November of 2021, November 21st, 2021, there was a brother that was in there was a brother named Daryl Brooks Jr. who was in Wisconsin. Remember when he drove his car through a Christmas parade full of white people and white children? This brother went on a tirade on Facebook, you know, angry at white folks for all the racism in this country. This is why he rides down the street. This is happening, I think, Waukesha. I can't say it. It's Waukesha, Wisconsin. You can look this up. Daryl Brooks, black man, had dreads. He was just disgusted how this country, you know what I'm saying, penalize and torture our people and oppress our people. Put us in a state of subordination all because we black. He was disgusted. And I understand that. Not saying that I condone the way he reacted. You feel what I'm saying? But I can understand it because racism caused black people to be insane to a certain extent. It could drive you insane, especially if you're the type of black person who's not willing to take the punishment for no apparent reason towards us, the oppression. You got black people, you back them up in the corner, they're going to come out fighting. That's any animal, human being. Sometimes you back people in the corner, they come up out of there fighting. So I understand this brother Daryl Brooks, what he did, but this is the deep part about this. This Peyton Gingerin was mad at this brother. He wanted to get even with this brother. So on his rifle, I think this dude had an M16. I don't know what kind of machine gun it is, but I seen the clip of it. It looks like a M16 military style gun. On this particular gun, he had the word nigger. Then he had the 2 white victims that were killed by the black guy, the black brother who drove his car down the street and hit a parade full of white folks. He had a couple of victims' names on the gun and "die nigger" on the gun. So he was still pissed off about that situation. So premeditated murder, you mean to tell me premeditated murder, you drive 200 miles away from your fucking little country ass town to go murder black people, and you just put your hands behind your back and you go quietly. Somebody sent him on the mission. But my homeboy, Alonzo Nesby, 60-year-old black man with no criminal background. You won't find his Facebook with hate towards white people. But you could go to Peyton Gingerin, go to his Facebook page, and you can see how he has a dislike, a hate for black people and Jews. You feel what I'm saying? White Jews. That's crazy. So, this particular case, you know, in Ohio took place at this Marathon gas station. It's odd that the owners of the store where this incident happened at, 2 shootings in one fucking place. The owners of the stores is not having any interviews. This is an open and shut case. Bet you the amount of money that law enforcement, if they show any footage of those videos, I bet you my homeboy Alonzo Nesby was shot when his back was turned, or he was unaware that there were police detectives, undercover detectives that was on the property. If the police, I know the character of this brother, would have said, hey, put the gun down, these are detectives, he would have put that gun down and surrendered himself, because he know how to act as a black man. But to protect himself, all he was doing was protecting himself, protecting a little girl, and he dies. But Peyton, Dalen Roof, you know, the white guy that went to Atlanta and shot up the hair parlors and nail parlors of Asian people, they take him alive. I'm pretty much sure they took him alive. He did not go out shooting. They did not kill him. But they choked Eric Gardner out for selling cigarettes. They killed Freddie Gray in Baltimore. No weapon. We have a small margin for error. Like I tell a lot of people that have their permit to have their gun, and they brag about riding with it out on the seats. I said, listen, not while you black in America. The police hate when you're licensed to own a firearm. The white man hates when you're rich on your own, because he will give you money with strings attached. I'm going to get off into Young Thug, and the only reason why I'm using these fucking celebrities as examples because they represent the black people of this country. Whether I don't agree that they should represent us, but they do because the mainstream media prop them up as people to look up to, and us not knowing, that's not in the know, is not smart enough to know that these people are being propped up to misguide us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna get off into that. I'm just saying when you black, like Young Thug and a lot of these rappers that's been dying back to back to back to back, Nipsey Hussle and all these people that's dying back to back to back, there's something to that. It's a bigger picture to the whole situation. So when you black, you have a small margin of error. So you can't do what everybody else do when you're famous. Because some people want to take you down because you black and famous and you got money. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, how is it, y'all, that all these race soldiers could be taken in alive after killing our people, but they kill us if we have a gun? They're not going to give us an opportunity to put down a gun. It was a surprise to me that they took this brother into custody without killing him, the one that killed the white people. I don't know if they got a death penalty in Wisconsin, and I'm pretty much sure they probably do. We got to look that up. But you best to believe that this brother gonna get a hate crime stake to the chest. You feel me? Because he black. We have a small margin for error when we black. You know what I'm saying? You know, rest in peace, man, to the homeboy, man. Alonzo. Last place I seen him, man, was on a street called Hall Walk in the city, man. We was kicking it, man. You know, the good always die. They say the good died young. I just think the good always die. Whether you old, young, good people, for some apparent reason, they leave us. This was a good guy, a good person. We all got faults and flaws, but overall, good people overcome those flaws because of their good personality and their tenacity of who they are as that individual. You feel me? So we got a small margin for error, man. Rest in peace to Alonzo Nesby. This video is dedicated to him. And we know you race soldiers killed him on purpose because he was black. You did not give him a chance like you give white people a chance. You don't give us a chance. Just like the white guy 3 weeks ago who took police on a motherfucking chase from East to the Fairborn. He runs into a building, comes out with a gun, and barricades himself inside a car. Guess what the police do? The same police department that killed my homeboy, guess what they do to the white boy in Huber Heights? You can look it up. I forgot the white guy's name, but 3 weeks ago, he took the police on a high-speed chase. I think through Kettering to Fairborn. He ran into a building in Fairborn, came out with a gun. See, he was harassing his own people. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to do something to his father. You know what I'm saying? His father called 911. He take him on a high-speed chase all the way from Kettering, all the way to Fairborn, runs into an apartment complex, comes out with a gun, sits in the car. The police throw tear gas in the car to save that fool because they didn't want to shoot him because he was white. And that's the truth. We got a small margin for error when we black. So be careful about pulling a gun out in front of law enforcement because they will shoot because they have a mandate to get rid of black people. You motherfuckers like to vote for Biden. You motherfuckers think voting is going to save black people. Black people need to withhold their vote, stand together, and tell Democrats, Republicans, if you want this vote, this is what you're going to do for us. See, black people act like they don't have no gusto, no fucking guts to stand to these motherfuckers. You feel me? You got to stand up for what's right. This is like, it's just like you been a punk. You being punked out. You being punked out. You give up your vote, but you don't get nothing but a harsh reality that white folks, whether Democrat or Republican, don't got no love for us. So if you want to get our vote, white cracker, if you want to get our fucking vote, you know what I'm saying? We need something. Right now we need protection. Because in my last video about us at war, I said something about the hate crime bill, but it was really the anti-lynching bill of the anti-lynching bill of I hate I forget it this because it's not a hate crime bill. Let me see. It's a Emmett Till anti-lynching bill, but the Emmett Till anti-lynching bill doesn't cover overall hate crime bill for black people, because a hate crime is for everybody, but we need one specifically for black people, just like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in Congress gave one to the Asians. They got a bill for Asians. You need one for blacks. Ever since we came to this country and so-called freedom they gave us, there should have been an anti-lynching bill put in process. It should have been a hate crime bill for black people, knowing we the most assaulted, the most oppressed in this country, the most attacked people in this country based on the color of our skin. And that's true. You can look it up. You can look it up. There's more attacks against black people because they're black than against Asians. The number is astronomical, bad for black people because we lead in that division as the most motherfuckers that's been attacked. And you can't tell me that I'm lying. Look it up. You feel me? I don't like to give false narrations like Kansas Coon Owens. She said 90% of crime that happens in America, the black man and black people create all this crime in this country. She ain't said shit about this recent mass killing from a white man that went and killed our people for nothing. Where's Kansas Owens at? But she the smartest black person that white folks say existed. She's the smartest from amongst us. She don't represent me. She represent white folks. She's a coon. She represent those people. She don't represent the liberation. She's not for the struggle of black people. If she was for the struggle of black people, she would never marry a European man, a Jew. You feel me? Whose ancestors owned black people. Facts. He did trace his bloodline. He's some kin to a slave master. So some of these sisters love that slave master and slave rape girl relationship. Some of these black women loves that kinky relationship. Some black women love the kinky relationship. They're former slave masters' children. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, this is Underground Warrior TV. Man, made a brother, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. Condolences to his family. Alonzo Nesby, bro, I'll never forget you. Hey, mash up the likes, share this video. Underground Warrior TV.